I just read this book, Platonic, by Dr. Marissa Franco, and I gotta say, it has changed my worldview in a way that few books have. And I went to bed last night just reevaluating and having all of my adult relationships over the last 25 years just be completely rearranged. My history, my romances, what little there are, my romances, my friendships, even professionally. Just I used to say I was avoidantly attached, and I would keep you away, and I would leave before you had a chance to abandon me. But realizing while reading this book and going to therapy during it that I am anxiously attached. And I used to think I would do too much. I used to think that I would overextend myself, hurt myself so that I could help you. But really what I was doing was outsourcing my self-worth for somebody else's attention. I was outsourcing my nervous system regulation because I did not have the capacity to do that myself. And most of all, outsourcing my sense of identity. Just trying to find a way to dull that ache temporarily. And when the connections wobbled, as invariably they would, because I would be clingy or I would be too much, because I wasn't being authentic, and they would pull away or they would leave, I would panic. It wasn't heartbreak. I would panic because my entire sense of self was collapsing. And, in that, was it ever really love? And it's not to say those relationships weren't without care, weren't without kindness or love, but was it just limerence? Was I just chasing, the dopamine, the chaos, that temporary dulling of the ache, the fear of abandonment? And in the book, Dr. Franco talks about how authenticity is who we are underneath our defense mechanisms. And boy, did I feel that in my bones, because just explaining that, how often did I contort myself and hide myself in those relationships just to not feel alone, to not feel abandoned. And so, I went to bed last night feeling terrified a little. Oh my God, what have I done to myself at this point in my life? But also hopeful because, in reading this, and I've understood this for years, but in reading this and just having it kind of reinforced, is friendship is not second best. And being single is not like a waiting room while you're looking for somebody to complete you. There's an opportunity to meet yourself and to calm the storm inside yourself. And that's really cool. And so when I say hopeful, I feel like having had my worldview rearranged, that I'm hopeful because I feel like I actually have a shot at love now. And that feels pretty darn good. Anyways, have you read it? What do you think? Let me know. Or is it on your TBR list? Either way, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear. Talk to you soon.